Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedlys. Hope you guys are doing good. I would like to do the pendulum for starters about whether or not I got some emails recently from some insiders from the UK. And one of them is that Markle, behind the scenes, is viewed as an abusive parent towards the Archie that she has with her. And I would like to ask the pendulum in front of you so that you could see for yourself. Is Markle viewed as an abusive parent behind the scenes from others looking in? Is she looked at as being an abusive parent behind the scenes from onlookers, maids, caretakers? Yes, she is. And there we go. That is the yes. So that was, what I was informed of. And I've been getting a lot of emails lately from a lot of different sources lately. So let's pull some cards on that. What are they seeing? What are they seeing in terms of abuse? Her brother did say, before Harry even married her, that she shouldn't be around pets or kids. And it is starting to leak out that is so true. Nobody's happy in her presence. Here we go. So, abuse, child abuse, too harsh, probably vocal, probably it's more emotional, not caring and nurturing type of energy, but we'll find out. So let's find out. Here we go. The abuse of Archie, the abuse of Archie, the abuse of Archie. Here we go. Put that right there so you can see. And here we go, starting out. We got 3 cards here. So we have here the Queen of Wands. So she is the ruler of creativity, strength, and courage, according to her. And that's how she likes to be seen. And we have here with the Page of Swords is deceit, gossip, and secrets. So the fact that it's a secret with the page being a child, something that you would want to keep secret. And then we have here the 7 of Cups, which is having a lot of options in life. It's also the gaslighting card. So it's looking like she probably is. And it's something that they would keep secret because, it's harsh words with the child. Probably she lashes out when the child gets too vocal and she's not happy. She feels like her agenda is being affected. And so she would like to, I would say, for her, it's always the gaslighting. I don't see her as having a lot of options. So I would say that she would be gaslighting everyone and lying about what she has to say to the child and how she handles them. And so, yeah, I would say it's looking like it with these 3 cards right here. Because this is something that she obviously would want to keep secret from people, and she would want to gaslight them as well. And I would say it's also when the child starts acting, when the days are kind of negative, bad days. You got the clouds here. It's a cloudy, negative day, and the child's not being super grounded in his footing in life, and it's kind of seen as a with someone like her, they're going to view them as someone who just gets in her way. Bottom line, oh, he's acting up again. It's, and losing her temper because they want everything to be perfect and go smoothly for them. Everything is about them and going smoothly for them. It doesn't matter what other people go through. So here we go. And yeah, it would be affecting her money and her ability to have rest and recovery when she needs it, and being able to choose her options and make choices, and being deadlocked. And she doesn't like being deadlocked. And she, especially when she's in a deadlocked situation, she needs rest and recovery because she's trying to make money. She's trying to focus on her self-sufficiency. So it's probably during those times when she's under a lot of stress trying to create another endeavor, a job, something, another con artist job. And we have here, because bottom line is she knows that Harry's unhappy and that he's always healing from a rock bottom situation, and he is too struggling with trying to make the money. So it would be just a loss of temper, not really being cut out for it, because they're so focused on the money. And then we have here, there's no peace. There's no peace in the home, and they have to push forward, and the home is unhappy, an unhappy home. It's looking like it, yeah. And I did do the pendulum privately, and I got yes also. And we've got, yeah, the partnership's not working. All the partnerships are not working. It's creating, a lot of mental illness. And we have here the Knight of Wands in reverse. That would be Harry. Harry not having the courage and the strength to face her and to correct her. Harry is in he's in a very passive position. He maintains a very passive position when it comes to her. He allows her to do anything and everything, and the partnership in reverse. So yeah, it's an unhappy union, unhappy home. Overall, they're all absolutely miserable. So when the stress level, because of all this stress, and then you get a child who's acting up and speaking up, saying what they want, I could see it happening, because the child is starting to communicate. The child is starting to say and do things, and it's getting in her way. But bottom line, it's getting in her way, completely getting in her way. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to pull some more cards to clarify. I'm going to use this deck. Let's get some more cards on the abuses, on any mental, physical abuses of Archie, any mental or physical abuses of Archie, any mental or physical abuses of Archie. And this is coming from someone very close to high-ranking people. Here we go. So we've got here the Eight of Hearts and the King of Hearts. And so this would be, I would say this would be Harry having no follow-through, because he's just taken such a passive role in absolutely everything. So he is very passive. Like I said, he's extremely passive. And he wants to go home. He would like to return home. He's learning from his mistake, and he knows that he cannot turn water into wine. He cannot turn this around, that whatever he says and does will have absolutely no effect on her. He knows that he's helpless in this situation with her, and I think he takes a passive role, because if he takes an active role or it gets aggressive against her, it will make the situation even worse, and it will propel it to make it even worse. Harry is taking a complete passive role, and the child is helpless in this situation. Let's get some more here. And we have here, and the situation isn't cutting out. It's not going to end anytime soon. And there's a lot of rivalry in sport that's angry, that is competition. The child's in her way. I'm busy, busy, busy. I'm at crossroads for a business decision. I'm trying to create something. The five is disruption and change, strife. So there's a lot of strife and challenge in the home. And she's trying to be deceitful and sneaky and cunning and come up with ideas to make money, and it's getting in her way. So bottom line, any child in her life is going to be seen as a complete, utter burden for her. I'm going to keep pulling here. And we have here, yes, she's going to deceive everyone about how she handles herself as a parent. It can be very deceptive in the way she communicates to the child. Any action she takes, it's all going to be very deceptive. And with it being a 9, there's a progression. It's something that's coming to almost an ending here, being a 9 card. And then we have the Incubus Succubus card with the 6 of Spades. And the 6s is trying to overcome obstacles. But, she's not really very good at it, as we know. And she knows that she has a lot of repair work, and she's not capable of actually improving herself. And it being an 8, it's another obstacle and a barrier and a blockage that she's having a difficult time overcoming. She's not able to overcome it, and the cornucopia is in reverse. So once again, the kid's in her way. I'm trying to make money, shut the kid up, get the kid out of my way kind of mindset. So she has no nurturing ability. She just doesn't have it in her. Going to keep pulling these. And we have here, home in reverse, take the kid out of the house. I'm trying to work here. Get him out of here. Get him out of my way. He's just a burden, pain, and suffering here. It's the cross card. And stalemate. Doesn't really want him in her circle. Doesn't really want him. And stalemate would be Harry. Harry is very dim, and he's staying quiet. But she's going to say he's very stale. And then, because he's got to do it for his own survival. It's a survival tactic here on his end. So he's staying quiet because he's helpless in this situation. Doesn't want to progress it further. And they're both feeling the burden, pain, and suffering. And so I would say that the stalemate, Harry leaves the home. When this kind of stuff happens, he can't handle it. And he actually literally probably gets on his bicycle and he leaves the house to get some, to get out of it, so he can have some solitude. I'm going to pull these 3 here. All right, I'll take all of these. Why not? Plans fall apart. A lot of her plans are falling apart. They're not handcuffed together anymore. Harry takes off when this happens, and there's no positive outflow of emotions. He's trying to find his happiness, but the cup's not overflowing. He's miserable, and he's trying to manifest something else for himself while he goes on his little bike rides and gets out of there. And the final outcome is coffin in reverse. That is inability to change, and it is your ego. Something is in the way. You will see it on the writing there. Something is in the way, and that something is her child. She doesn't have time for that child. That child is in my way. Get the child out of my way. So she loses her temper, and that is an earth energy card. It happens in the home because it is a 4. 4s is the standstill stability. That's a structure. So it would be within the home, and it's an earth energy, so that would be the child. So, and the child is in the way. If it was upright, it would be coffin or transformation. It'd be the death of the child or a transformation of the child, but no, the child is in the way. And what's in the way, it's affecting her ego and her ability to do what she needs to do within the home, to plan and scheme and make money and be the Queen of Pentacles, and Harry to be the King of Pentacles, because they're both trying to be the King and Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, it's all about her ability to make money, the child's too loud, noisy, whatever, even in that giant house. Let's find out, what do the people within the home have to say about it? What do they do about it? What do they do about it? What do they say? What do they do? Will they do anything? Will they do anything? Will they do anything to save Archie? Will anybody do anything to save Archie? To save Archie. Will anyone do or say anything or leak? Well, it is starting to leak, okay? So that's why I know about this, okay? It is leaking. And I got the leak, okay? Thank you so much for leaking this to me. You know who you are. Here we go. And we've got here, it's a finish line. Yeah, there will be a finish line. The finish line is going to come. And they have to build up the strength to do it. Right now it's in reverse. They got to build up the strength and the courage to cause a finish line here. And this person is going to have a pure heart, a true pure heart, in order to save Archie. So it's going to be a female figure coming in, probably that is an employee, is going to make the call, is going to call the shots and unveil this situation. So here we go. We have some more here. It's making this person very emotional, and yes, heart's desires is to unveil the situation, and it's a high tower to a lesser degree because she can put an end to it, and right now not feeling too powerful to do it. So it's like a matter of time here, and wants to put an end to it. Coffin card, wants to put an end to it. So yeah, and now it's the upright. So wants to put an end to it. And it's going to be a female. And she's ready and willing to do it because it's escalating right now. So yeah, Archie is being physically or mentally abused or not treated in the way that he should be. She has absolutely no parenting abilities. Let's find out. Will it hit the media? I don't think it will. I think they're going to be able to keep it a secret, to be honest. Will it be able to be kept a secret? Will they be able to keep this a total secret? Well, that's in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. So when it's upright, success is close, and this is very unsuccessful is close. How unsuccessful they are is coming close, is how I'm going to view this. And with the threes is, you know, out of the box thinking. This person has to have an out of the box thinking in order to do it. And it does deal with an establishment. So they have to tell the establishment, and they have to do it in an out of the box way to not get busted, to not get in trouble for doing so. So they got to think out of the box. How am I going to get this out there without it being finger pointed at me? And we have here, yeah, the King of Swords, and they have to communicate it to Charles, to authority, of the unknown problems and struggles and the ego involved and the emotions and all the problems and the challenges that are going on, the battles, the inner battles. This is the warrior card right here. This is where success is close. And Markle, she always thinks that she's close to success and not quite there, and that would be why she feels that the child gets in her way at the last minute and hindering her plans. So, and I would say success is close with Charles putting an end to it, someone putting an end to this, because it will go to him. He will be the one to put an end to it and cut it out because it's a sword. Let's get at the bottom of the deck. We have here, yeah, and he will be able to come in and financially care for the child if need be. And in the center of it, what do I have here? The Hierophant in reverse, marriage alliance in reverse. He wants the divorce. You have to divorce her and get out now, like I said yesterday. So yeah, he wants it to end, and he wants to come in and rescue Archie and rescue his son Harry. He wants everything to come to a halt. So let's get some Kipper cards. Kipper cards, here we go. On the abuses, and Harry's being abused also. You know, I've said this, he has been abused. Camilla, a long time ago, a while back, did a video on domestic violence, and she got very emotional, and everybody there, and a lot of people who listened to it said that they really took it as being Harry, that it was Harry that she was discussing. And I did a spread, it was a long time ago, and she does. She's vile. She's violent towards Harry, and Harry, too, is not off the table with her violence. And now it's going towards the child who is being active and moving around and getting in her way. So here we go. Let's get some cards on the abuses of the family. The abuses of the family at her hands. At her hands. Give me some cards here. Here we go. And it is in regards to the courtship, because it's not going well. So the courtship is not going well, and it's bringing out the worst in her. And she's blaming him. And it is because it's coming to an end. It is, everything's coming to a total end here. So there you go. Coming to an end. This is sticking out, going to take it. And the journey is over. It's in reverse. So yeah, the journey is coming to an end. It's ending. This journey is coming to an end. And the next one's coming out, and they're going to go down different paths now. A new pathway for both of them. And we have here, wealthy man. She's going to go for someone wealthier than Harry. She's already got him. She's already got her secondary. She's got her new supply source lined up. He's already lined up. And so she's okay with it. And yeah, her expectations weren't met. And she's got expectations with this new wealthy man to be a privileged lady. Yeah, she found someone new. And so she's okay with whatever goes down now. And courthouse, yeah, they will be getting a divorce soon. And we have here, because she does have that, they already have their secondary supply source, or whoever they're going to do, already lined up. And I do have messages of concern in reverse, because Harry, she doesn't want Harry knowing that he's already been replaced. But I think he already knows. That's part of his misery. But she doesn't want to give him the concern. She likes to look innocent and pure, and at least to the public. So she doesn't want people to get that message also. This is something very secretive. She wants to keep it under wraps as long as possible and drag it out as long as possible. So yeah, it's just clear as day, you guys. And I keep getting it over and over and over, and I can't seem to get around it. It's just not going to go away. Let's get some Under the Roses cards on the abuses and the upcoming divorce. Abuses and upcoming divorce. Here we go. We got here, it's a burden, pain, and suffering, the cross. And we've got here the rider. Yeah, it's going to come in and they're going to announce it. The rider brings news. It brings good news. And we have here, and the house in reverse. So Harry would be leaving Montecito and leaving that house. So it's a lot of burden, pain, and suffering within the home, and the news will come out. And the news is coming out of all the suffering and pain going on with the abuses of Archie and Harry. And it's a very unhappy home here. And the news is coming out. It is leaking out because the writer brings news. And then we have here, and the big problem here is the child, is Archie. And the new one that is coming that people are saying already happened. And the locket in reverse. There's no love, there's no passion between them. And so, yeah, it's very clear. And so I want to find out, did she actually drop the child? Did the surrogate actually give birth? People are saying that the surrogate gave birth and that it hit the news, that the baby was born, and then it disappeared from the internet. And that also, the rumor is it that there were twins and one died. When I asked my pendulum, I got yes, that there were twins, female twins, and one passed away, and one surviving. So let's find out. Let's get some energy on the one left, the one surviving, and how will this one survival child do? What will go down? Give me the energy on the one female that has survived. And it happened today, and I got a bunch of emails on that too, and people did see it. A couple people saw it, and it disappeared afterwards. So about 3 people contacted me. Here we go. Let's get some energy on the birth of, and it is both of their biological DNA. That is what my pendulum said. It is both of them. So it is actual true biological of both of them, this female. So here we go. Will this child survive? Because it could be very well premature here. So that would be quite the narcissistic supply for her to have this child die, because then she can, bemoan about what a victim she is. So, she would actually enjoy it because it would be negative fuel. So if the child survives, great. If it doesn't survive, it's negative fuel. Fuel is fuel. She would probably not care either way because it's fuel. She will work it to her benefit, guarantee it. So let's get some energy on this surviving child. Surviving child, here we go. Well, that's popped out. Here we go. We've got Page of Wands in reverse. So the surviving child is not doing well. Strength in reverse. Very weakened state right now. So it may not survive. It actually may not survive with the Page of Wands in reverse. Because with the wand, a wand is development. It's development, it is strength, it is, courage. And this child is not in a good position right now. So it's total preemie. It's a preemie and it's not doing well. Not doing well. Next card, yeah, and she did not give birth to the child. Someone else did. Someone else gave birth to that kid, not Megan. Next card, and they're not happy. There's a lot of sadness right now today in terms of the family legacy and judgment, cause and effect. So, health issues, something came down. This is also a spiritual awakening card. So the child may not make it. This one may not survive either because of being so premature. So there may be a true, honest death of the one that they did get that survived. And it'll make Megan pretend. She doesn't have true emotions, at least not on a real sense. She can fake it really good. So she will be able to be the Queen of Cups and get a lot of emotional support from the loss. So there's your negative fuel right there. That's the negative fuel. Here we go. But in all honesty, for her, it's abundance because it's negative fuel and it's a wishes come true because she really probably at this point, since the marriage isn't going well, nothing's going well, they're going to get their titles removed, things are being stripped, they're not getting what they want. So in some respects, she's actually not too brokenhearted about it, not at all. And there's a lack of emotions here. This is in reverse, the broken heart in reverse. It's not too broken-hearted, really, and because it was really just for money. And we have here the Knight of Wands in reverse. So Harry's very weakened. He's not feeling courageous to even talk about it. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is very concerning because that would be like a new child, an earthbound child, losing the earthbound beginning, the new start. And then it would be the Queen of Swords, Megan, communicating it, that we lost. So it's looking like this child may not make it. May not make it. I'm not calling it will, but it's looking like it's a possibility. This kid's at high risk. High risk. Very high risk at not making it. I'm going to do the pendulum. Will this surviving child survive? Will the surviving child survive? Will the surviving child survive? Will the surviving premature child of Harry and you-know-who survive? Will this child survive? Will their biological child survive, the two of them? Will the Sussex biological child survive the premature delivery? The premature delivery, will the child survive? Will the child survive? And it's getting a maybe. It's maybe. Touch and go. The child's at a very bad state today, and it's a maybe. So I'm sure it's in ICU, it's in an incubator, it's getting, everything that it needs, and it's going to be very touch and go, and the energy does not want to tell me at this time. And it's diagonal. And when it's diagonal, it is a maybe. And so I did that earlier too, and I got a maybe too. So it's just touch and go. Sometimes they don't want to tell me. I'm going to ask this deck, what's the likelihood? What's the likelihood? What is the likelihood? They will answer that. What is the likelihood? What is the likelihood for this child's future? What is the likelihood for this child's future? What is the likelihood for this child's future? Well, under fire, sickness. So the child's sick, currently sick right now, and needing a lot of rest and recovery, and it is a finish line card. Finish line. Very likely, may not make it. Sick, everyone's in extreme torment, and it needs rest and recovery and healing, but it is, nonetheless, it is a finish line card. So the child very well may not make it. It is really touch and go, and it's not even fence sitting. The child's not even fence sitting at this point, and it's not even it's not a temporary adjustment. It appears to be more permanent, so there could be some permanent damages maybe. Yikes. That's not good. Under the surface, straight razor in reverse. So, here we go. That would be here. And cannot manifest. I'm going to calculate those. That comes to 8. This comes to 22. 22 comes to 6 of diamonds, hand in hand. So they're hand in hand in unity, trying to keep this kid alive. And that comes to 14. 14 comes to 4 of diamonds, cornerstone. It was a building situation. So I would say that hand in hand in unity in a building situation is the mother was having some issues with the pregnancy. And it wasn't, she probably was on bed rest and things were going down south very quickly. So not completely unexpected. And could be, it's the finish line, is possible here. But as a pendulum said, it's touch and go. But I think it could be very likely this kid may not make it. May not make it because the manifesting, the Magi in reverse, not able to manifest the diamond, not being able to manifest the earthbound energy, being a pentacle, the money, and not being able to manifest having this child and not wanting it to cut out, not wanting the loss of it, really. And it would have been through C-section. The straight razor is the blade cutting the skin and excising the child. So, yeah. So it's looking like very likely it could go either way. I'm not going to call it, but it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think she will interfere with this. This obviously is not in her control and never will be. It's in the control of, our Father, Son, Holy Ghost, and it's in control of whether or not this child can push forward with whatever's ailing this child and the condition that's in. So it's a touch and go right now for this kid. So it's not looking good. And I also got from the pendulum that they're not going to wait until Diana's birthday to announce the birth. They're not going to wait that long. So it will happen before June 1st. I think they learned a lesson on postponing birth announcements, and I could pull some cards on that. Will they postpone birth announcement? Will they postpone the birth announcement? Will they postpone the birth announcement? Will they postpone the birth announcement? Will they postpone a birth announcement? Well, no, because this is a sweet situation and it is a surprise. And it is pure heart, and it is an emotional card, and it is a 3, and a 3 is, an opportunity to announce it in many respects, that we have, there's a new person in our family. And it's sweet. It's a sweet, and it took sex to get it. So it's a sex card. And angel in reverse. Ooh, angel in reverse. Looks like that would be things aren't going well. The child's not doing well. Angel card is the baby card, so the baby's not doing well. And emotional bond in reverse, lovers in reverse, and so that would be a breaking off, like the loss of the child. So I think it's not looking good here at all. The more I pull, the more I realize just how bad this child's doing. Okay, let's count. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 comes to 4 of spades, coffin, death. Yeah, it's likely that they will announce the death of the child, and pain, grief, suffering. And in the center, it will be a hostility, tension, ego. And with the 5, it is being a total disruption and a change and an emotional strife. Total disruption, something they didn't expect. They didn't expect it. It's a strife. It's emotional. We're really upset here. We're suffering. Please be nice to us. And so that could be really played up. Not that it's not true. It's looking very likely it's going to happen, and it is true. It would be true emotional pain and suffering. But being who they are, they're going to play it up even more and use it to their benefit for her to try and gain that negative fuel, get positive fuel actually, because people will be sympathetic to her. So let's count this. This comes to 8. And 8 comes to 2 of spades, broken chalice. So we have coffin and broken chalice. So it's looking more like the child won't make it. And that's how I say it. Yeah, I was hoping not to see that, but unfortunately I can't get around it. Don't hate the messenger. I'm just reading the cards. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye.